Welcome to Applying Kanban in Scrum. In this video, we are going to look at some concrete steps to improve the functioning of the Scrum team. We're going to learn about a technique called Kanban. So, what is Kanban all about? Kanban is an efficient technique to manage a software or product development process, and one of the best agile self-development practices. It is a lean, agile methodology that can significantly improve software and product development practices like Scrum. Where does the word Kanban come from? The term has its roots in Japanese, where kan means visual and ban means card. When we put these together, the term becomes visual card, or it can loosely mean a signboard. We know that signboards are often meant to initiate some form of action. So we can say that Kanban uses signboards to help an organization meet the requirements of its clients in a smooth, standardized flow. The process of delivering a pizza can be used as an apt example. As the customer, you call into your local pizza place and order your favorite pizza. Mushrooms, pepperoni, extra cheese, sausage, and one other secret topping. The pizza shop writes your order and address on a delivery slip. That slip is a Kanban. It is the visual data that the pizza chefs will use to make your pizza exactly the way you want it, and the delivery driver will use to get it to your door while it is still hot. Now that we know what Kanban is, let me give you a brief introduction to Scrum. Scrum has three important roles: the product owner, who prioritizes what product is to be built, a Scrum Master who facilitates team operations, and a development team, the Scrum team, who build the product. The work is done in 1 to 6 week increments called sprints. First, the product owner prepares a prioritized list of product items, called the Prioritized Product Backlog. Next, the Scrum team plans, estimates, and commits to a group of items, creating the sprint backlog, and commences the sprint. During the course of the sprint, a standing status meeting is held each day. This is sometimes called the daily Scrum. At the end of the sprint, the delivery team demonstrates the potentially shippable software or product to the product owner. That's Scrum in a nutshell. It brings us to the main topic, which is, how do we enhance Scrum using the principles of Kanban? Here we have to point out some of the drawbacks that can arise in Scrum, so we can fix them using Kanban. Some of the drawbacks can be vague development steps, interchanging tasks, and incomplete work. How do we remove vague development steps? Let's look at a simple Scrum board, which is similar to the Kanban board, but without the limitation on items or story points in the In Progress or WIP column that one finds in the Kanban board. The main columns in the Scrum board are To Do, In Progress, and Done. It is pretty clear what To Do and Done means. However, the category In Progress might be a little confusing to team members. The progress for a task may include several steps. Some members might have completed half the steps in a task, some might have just started, and so on. It is important that everybody sings to the same tune. For some complex tasks, the In Progress stage can be divided into its steps. It is recommended that the number of steps is kept as low as possible to align with the Scrum principle of minimum documentation. Clarifying the In Progress stage is where Kanban can help. With its principle of visualizing the workflow, everybody in the team knows what's going on. This brings in a much-needed transparency, where any interested party can understand the current stage in the process. Most importantly, the team will be in sync. It is also the best way to identify and remove worthless, time-consuming steps. Now that we know how to tackle the problem of vague steps, let's move on to the next problem, interchanging tasks. It seems quite harmless, but constantly interchanging tasks can be nothing short of disastrous. It's like tossing 3 or 4 knives in the air and trying to juggle them effortlessly. In Scrum, the work in progress, or WIPs, are limited to a time-boxed 1 to 6 weeks. However, the team members end up working on multiple tasks during each sprint. This can lead to a waste of precious time, money, and effort. So let's put Kanban here and see what happens. Kanban can solve this problem effectively by limiting work in progress to a fixed capacity for each step or column in the in-progress stage. This means WIP limits are placed on the work level, which will effectively clear up idle tasks, removing them to make way for new tasks. For instance, let's take tasks that are listed as A, B, C, and D. Each of them are in different stages. Suppose task A is in the evaluate stage and task C is in the execute stage. So for C to move to the evaluate stage, it is necessary that A be cleared quickly. And finally, we have the last possible drawback, which is incomplete work. In Scrum, there are several ongoing tasks at any given point in the sprint. A Scrum board shows this clearly. So we can say that in Scrum, features are delivered in packages, while in Kanban, features are delivered in a constant stream. If in Scrum the estimate task and create sprint backlog processes have been done accurately, only those tasks that can be completed in a sprint are selected and committed to. However, Scrum accepts that estimates are estimates and by nature are not accurate. It makes provision for any tasks not completed in one sprint to be added to the next or later sprint. Kanban focuses on getting tasks completely done, on completing individual tasks. Applying Kanban reduces the number of items that need to be added to later sprints. Let's go back to our previous example. We saw that task A had become an impediment to the progress of task C. So in Kanban, the team will focus on getting task A done completely so that there is space for another task to take its place. Hence, in Kanban, any roadblock is clearly visible to the entire team, and work can be done to remove it immediately. This can be called on-the-spot improvement. Kanban helps teams identify and solve issues as and when they appear. This improves the workflow considerably. We can say that Kanban applied to Scrum will help speed up and smooth workflow by identifying and removing bottlenecks, eliminating unnecessary steps, and concentrating on getting things 100% done in each sprint. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for watching and learning with us.